Hello, and welcome to the MachForm tutorial video. I'm going to walk you through the basics of using MachForm. MachForm is a form builder. Whether or not you have experience creating forms, I recommend visiting oru.edu/MachForm. That's our MachForm resource page, where you'll find everything you need. From there, you can choose a topic from the basic or advanced sections, download a PDF, and follow along step by step. In this video, we'll quickly walk through the basic topics to help you get a feel for how MachForm works. I'll show you how to create a simple form, and by the end, you'll be able to build one on your own. Let me show you what it will look like. Here it is. We're going to keep it simple. If you're ready, let's start by logging into MachForm. You can either click the link from the sidebar menu on the left, or go directly to the URL, forms.oru.edu. From here, you'll need your login information. So how do you get it? At the end of this video, we'll share a link to the login request form. There will be a few questions you'll need to answer, based on this video. After you submit the form, your login information will be emailed to you with a temporary password. We ask that you change that password after your first sign-in, and I'll show you how to do that in just a moment. Once you have your login info, let's sign in. There you go. This is what MachForm looks like. On your first login, you probably won't have any forms yet, and that's why we're going to create one. Once you have a form, there's a lot more you can do with it and with the data it collects. First things first, let me show you how to change your password. Go to the top bar, find the account menu, and click it. Then, from the My Account page, look for Change Password and click it. Enter your new password in the pop-up, confirm it, and click Save. That's it. Now we're ready to create a form. Let's go back to the Manager page by clicking the Form menu in the top bar. In the top right, click the Create New Form button. Now we're on the Edit page. On the right, you'll see 20 different field types you can choose from. Just click one, and it will be added to your form area on the left. I'm going to click the name field, the email field, and the phone field. The more you click, the more fields get added in order to the bottom of the form. If you have a lot of fields and want to break them into separate pages, use the page break option. You can also drag fields to reorder them on the left. Every field comes with default settings, and you'll notice some of them need to be updated. For example, with multiple choice, you'll need to change the label and add your choices. Let's go through them from the top. Click a field, and its default settings appear on the right. If everything looks good, you don't have to change anything. In fact, it's often better to leave the defaults as they are. Let's think about what we need for the name field. By default, it has first and last name. But I also want a middle name. So I'll go to the Format option and change it to full. Now I have first, middle, and last. Look on the left, there it is. What else do I need? Do I need any rules for this field? Yes, I really need their names, so I'll check the required box. That way, users have to enter their name, and it can't be left empty. Next is email. Click it. It looks good, and I definitely need their email to contact them, so I'll check the required box here too. Next is phone. Since this form is global, I'll change the format to international. Now let's update the multiple choice field. I'm going to change the label to, how would you like us to contact you? Then I'll add the choices. You can keep adding choices and decide later which ones you don't want to show. To hide one, just click the X button. It gets moved to the hidden area, and you can bring it back anytime. For the last field, I want users to be able to share their thoughts. So I'll set the label to, leave your comments. At the bottom, you'll see options to duplicate or delete a field. About deleting, please keep this in mind. If your form has already been shared and users have submitted responses, that form contains real data. If you delete a field, you'll lose all the data tied to that field. For example, if you delete the name field, you'll lose every name that's been collected. And there's no way to bring it back. So what should you do if your form already has data, but you don't want a field showing anymore? Go to Field Visibility in the settings, and change it from Visible to Admin Only. Don't worry about the hidden option. Admin Only means you keep the field and the data, but only you can see it. Users won't. You'll be fine. What else? Let's scroll to the top. Let's change the title. Click it. And update it in the Properties tab on the right. You can also update the description. You can change the success message below as well, or leave it as is. This is the message that appears after users successfully submit the form. Instead of showing a message, you can change it to redirect to website. If you choose this option, you'll need to provide a URL. It's a good idea to double-check that the URL works before you enter it, so your users land on the right page, not a broken one. Below that, if you click Show More Options, you'll see additional settings you can adjust for usability and security. That's it. If everything looks good, don't forget to save your form. I'm going to click I'm finished. Your form will now appear on the Manager page, and there's even more you can do with it. First, let's see what the form looks like. To do that, click View on your form. There it is, exactly what we just created, with all the fields. The default look is simple and clean, but you can change that if you'd like. I'll show you how to update the look in just a moment. From here, you can test the form by submitting it to see if everything works the way you set it up. If it looks good, your form is ready to go. You can share it using the URL of this page. After users submit the form, you can review their submissions, or the data. Here's how. Go back to your form in MachForm. And click Entries. It should look like this. By the way, this is just sample data I made up. So what can you do with the data? If you submitted a test entry, you can delete it from here. The data is online, but you can export all of it, or just part of it, to use offline. By part of it, I mean you might only want to see data from today, this week, or this year. The filter option in the top right is really helpful for that. Let me go back to the main page. The next option is Edit. If I click it, it takes me back to the page where we built the form. Next up is Theme, which changes the look of your form. Click it, and you'll see a variety of themes to choose from. Let's change the theme to General oru theme. Then click Save Changes. To see the change, click View. There you go, it looks more polished now, with the logo. Let's go back to the main page. Next is Notifications. Click it, and you'll see that by default, notifications aren't set up. You'll need to check the box and enter your email address so MachForm can send you a notification every time someone submits the form. You can add multiple email addresses, just separate them with commas. You can also send notifications to the user, as long as you have their email. And we do, because we included an email field and made it required. So MachForm will automatically send a confirmation to users after they submit the form. If you click More Options, you'll see settings for the email template. You can customize it or leave it as the default. Let's go back to the main page. Next up is Code. Here's when this matters: if your form is for internal use, students, faculty, or staff, just share the MachForm link directly. But if it's for external use, like prospective students, the form should live on an oru.edu page. MachForm gives you the embed code, and the web team can help you put it in place. The next option is fun, because you can add custom rules to your form. It's called Logic. Click it, and you'll see there are 5 types of rules. I'm not going to walk through all of them, but if you want to show or hide fields based on user input, check the box to enable that rule. Then select the fields and set the conditions. For example, say I want the phone number field to appear only when a user chooses to be contacted by phone. So I'll select the field. Then choose Show. If the following conditions match, then I'll pick the question and the answer. You get the idea. View your form again to see how it works. The next rule lets you skip pages. Since our form has only one page, we don't need this. But people use it when they have multiple pages and want to skip ones that don't apply, based on user answers. The next rule lets you send notification emails based on conditions. Let's enable it. Say I want my supervisors to get a notification only when a submission includes a comment. I'd select the Comments field. Choose Is Not. And leave the next field empty. That means, if the Comments field has anything in it, send the notification. Then I'd enter the email addresses to send it to. I know setting up logic rules might be difficult, but you've got this. Let's go back to the main page. What's next? We're going to skip integrations. What about Report? Click it and take a look. This is where you can build visual reports for your multiple choice fields. We have one of those, so let's build a report. In the top right, click Add New Widget. Then select the widget type. Let's do bar chart. Add a title. And choose the multiple choice field. We only have one to pick from, so it's easy. Then click Add Widget. There you go. Once you have submissions, the chart will display the data clearly. This report is only visible to you, since it requires MachForm access. If you want to share it publicly, click the settings icon in the top right. And choose Share this report. Confirm your choice. And MachForm will generate a URL you can share with anyone. What else? There are a few more options. Go back to the main page. And click the settings icon at the end of your form. You'll see you can delete your form. Again, if you delete your form, you also lose all the data. So what's the alternative if you don't want the form active anymore? I'll tell you in just a second. You can also duplicate your form. This copies the form only, not the data. Next is Disable. Here it is. If you don't want your form to be active or accept submissions, you can disable it and still keep all the data. Who knows, you might want to bring it back in the future. When that time comes, just come here, enable it, and the data picks up right where it left off. Next is Info. Click it. And you'll see everything about this form, who has access, when it was created, how many entries it has, and so on. A lot of people ask me, how do I share or give access to my coworkers? Now you know. Come to this page, click Manage Access. And find the person you'd like to share with. Choose what kind of access to give them. I usually check all the boxes, but it's up to you. Don't forget to save your settings in the top right. Then let your coworker know the form has been shared. Login request form shared with you. Once you've submitted it, keep an eye on your email for your login information. I can't wait to see the amazing forms you build. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, please reach out to us, we're here to help.